For today's video, I will be changing the primary fluid out of a 2014 Electra Limited. And for this task, we'll have to have a drain pan, a 16mm socket, ratchet, and a T27 star. Start out, you gotta find your drain plug, which is this one right here. You actually take your 16mm socket with your ratchet and break that loose. Then with this, you'll have to actually look at what you got on it, which there's some material from the clutches on it. Just like with other drain plugs, there's a little rubber seal on it. You just remove that little rubber seal. Put a new rubber seal on it, new O-ring. Just roll it on there. Take it all the way to the bottom, just like anything else, any of the other drain plugs on here. And now you'll actually start looking at trying to take that derby cover off. Well, to take the derby cover off, you're going to remove these 5 screws with the T27. Which I normally take the top one out last, because the derby cover will actually swing. You don't want it dropping down in oil. After you get the derby cover off, sometimes it's stuck on there. You just gotta pull it around, get something behind it. Sometimes you'll pull this gasket off of it. Then you'll replace the gasket and then put the derby cover back on. But you'll replace the gasket and the derby cover once it actually drains all out, and you can actually change the fluid, and you can fill it back up. Once it's all done draining, you go ahead and put your drain plug back in. And make sure it's snug, so you don't want any leaks a little later. Then we actually have a used gear lube bag that we actually use this to actually pour the primary fluid in. So we'll actually fill up one of these bags with a funnel with the Amsoil V-Twin primary fluid. When you start filling it up, you have to actually have the bike level, or it will actually have an issue with the stuff will actually come out of the primary. Your fluid will. So that the bike is actually level now. Unplug your top, which if you see, it's already cut open. Just gonna pour it in. It takes 1.4 quarts. This is what everything says. The book and the Amsoil website. now you're going to put another quarter of a quart or 0.4 of a quart. And I'll go ahead and put that cap back on. So next time I want to use it, the tip's all nice and clean. And then we can put the derby cover back on. Start with wiping it down with a clean rag. There's actually a starter screw inside the derby cover gasket. That'll help you keep that screw in there. Start with the top. Make sure the derby cover is actually upright. Let it move around a little bit, just get a couple threads in the top one so you can get the other ones in, other screws in. Then when you start tightening them up, you actually want to go and tighten them up in the star pattern. I don't know why, but I do that all the time. Just make sure that it stays flat. That's pretty much it. You just lower it back down, nice and slow, and put it back on ground. And I would really appreciate it if you guys followed me on YouTube, and if you need to order anything, go to www.bestoil34.com.